Hello, James Moffitt here with Father's Refuge podcast. This is episode number 2. Today I'm going to share an article I wrote, almost 24 years ago called A Reflection in Time. So without saying anything else, let's get to it. A Reflection in Time. The journey began on June 3rd, 2000. What seemed like an ordinary day in the life of a 10-year-old girl became a moment that would alter the course of time for Jessica and our entire family. This reflection is my attempt to piece together the events to honor the responsibility of passing along what I've learned as we walk this path. I don't know why our family history changed. I don't know when this journey will end. I don't know whether Jessica will be fully healed or called home to be with the Lord. There are many uncertainties, but I do know this: God is in control. He is the author and finisher of our lives and our faith. He already knows the outcome, and we, as a family, have committed to walk this road together, no matter where it leads. On June 3rd, our lives collided headfirst with the concrete wall of change. Jessica's cancer diagnosis cracked the very foundation of our family's security. Families are held together by love, purpose, and the assurance that we belong to one another. But uncertainty and radical change can fragment even the strongest bonds. In May of 2000, our family was active, engaged, and unsuspecting. We had no idea what was coming. Before I go further, you should know that this is written from the perspective of a father. At 39, with 4 children, I'm taking a crash course in fatherhood every single day. I'm no stranger to pain or radical change. What happened to Jessica and to us has redefined conflict management. I won't detail every conflict here. Bad things happen to good and bad people alike. What matters most is how we respond and what we learn. Had you told me in January 2000 that our lives would be upended like this, I would have laughed. Cancer happens to other families. We find comfort in believing tragedy won't touch us, but when it does, we're forced to confront it head on. And if we've paid attention to the suffering of others, we're better prepared, not only to endure our own trials, but to help others through theirs. It's been said no man is an island. I would add, no family is an island either. We're placed in communities, first our families, then our workplaces, churches, and social circles. And in those communities, our reactions and our lessons matter. Most of us have the capacity to respond and learn when life gets hard. I've seen it in my own life and in Katie's. Katie is my wife. Our worldwide view shapes our reactions. I'm grateful that our family's faith allows us to respond with trust, even when we don't have all the answers. We may not know why, but we know how. One of the most important lessons I've learned is not to react emotionally. Feelings can lead us down a path of confusion and despair. The best reaction is often no reaction, at least not until we've taken time to listen and learn. Know before you go, as the saying says. When we quiet ourselves, we can hear what we need to learn before we respond. Emotional reactions often lead to mistakes with lifelong consequences. As a family, we chose to trust God, to pray, and to seek peace even when chaos surrounds us. This journey has brought good days and bad. We've learned to respond to each other with intention. Some days emotions overwhelm us. We yell at God or at each other. But because our faith is rooted in Christ, those days are rare. And even in the rawest moments, we find grace. I believe life is filled with repetitive routines we call normal. But within those routines are moments of revelation, epiphanies that teach us something deeper. If we're not quiet and attentive, we'll miss them. Watching Jessica face this journey with quiet courage has been one of those moments. Born nearly 3 months premature in 1990, she's faced life-threatening challenges from the start. Her strength inspires others. A woman at church recently told me that Jessica's faith helped her face her own medical trials with courage. Over the past 10 years, we've seen countless people pray for Jessica, some who we've never met. We've received support, encouragement, and love from strangers and friends alike. Organizations like Make-A-Wish Foundation and Give Kids the World Village gave us precious time together in Orlando, Florida. That experience was humbling and eye-opening. We met families just like ours, walking similar paths. One thing I've come to understand, the why behind our journey is bigger than we are. The outcome, while important, is secondary to the purpose. I want to remain faithful to God and to my family. I want to respond well and learn what I'm meant to learn. And that is the end of Reflection in Time. If this article resonates with you in any way, feel free to drop me an email at fathersrefuge@proton.me. Common spelling, fathersrefuge@proton.me. Thank you for the privilege of your time and have a good day. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. James Moffitt here with Father's Refuge podcast. Losing a child to cancer is a grief no parent should walk through alone. The Father's Refuge podcast is a safe place for fathers and parents to share, heal, and find hope in the midst of heartbreak. I'm looking for fathers who are experiencing the grief of losing a child to cancer or are walking the treatment journey with their families. If you would be willing to share your journey with others, contact me at fathersrefuge@proton.me. That's fathersrefuge@proton.me. And now to our featured episode.